Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm doing two Crude Dudes for the Sega Genesis, as requested by LP-Diddy5. This game was released in Japan in 1991, and it was called Crude Buster. The European American versions are known as Two Crude Dudes. They were released the same year. This is a two-player co-op, side-scrolling platform beat-em-up game. It's made by Data East. Now, excuse the lack of title screen and intro movie. For some reason, the recording program I'm using isn't recording the intro or the title screen for some odd reason. Piece of shit. Anyway, basically what happens is a sudden nuclear explosion devastates New York, and a mad scientist turns most of the city's inhabitants into savage mutants who obey him. Now, you have these two guys who are basically superpowered mercenaries. They're the ones who are on the mission to stop all the people. So these two Crude Dudes walk around, beat the shit out of everybody, and kick ass. It's basically all there is to the game. The cool thing about this game is, well, for one, I think this game is underrated. A lot of people think it sucks, but I beg to differ. I think that the really cool thing about this game that makes it stand out from most beat-em-ups is these characters that you play as can jump, dodge, and they can pick up things like 2 to 5 times their own weight, like cars, and stop signs, and big-ass traffic lights, oil drums. They can even pick up the enemies and boss characters and throw them. Also, if you're playing two-player mode, you can pick up your partner and throw him at an enemy, which is really cool. It's not a very difficult game. You can change your difficulty settings in the options mode, as well as your amount of lives and continues. You get your health refilled after every stage, and sometimes during stages. There'll be a machine, a vending machine, which is filled with cans of Power Cola. And when you punch the machine, these cans come out, and then you have to pick up the can to drink it in order to heal a portion of your health. That's pretty much, all there is to this game. It's really fun because you never know your first playthrough what you can pick up. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff. There's all sorts of stuff that's in your way that you have to break down. Like, as you can see, this brick wall here. In order to fight this boss, you have to break that down, and then he'll jump out, and then you gotta fight against him. Now, there are some minor annoyances in the game. I mean, some of the enemies are ridiculous. Like the little midget hunchback characters can be really tricky at times if you don't jump kick them properly. Also, the dogs in the later stages in the game can be annoying if you don't attack properly, or they can catch you off guard. As well as the snake here, who you have to keep jump kicking. If not, he'll wrap around you and he'll drain your health. And those are only the real annoyances I have with this game. I mean, other than that, it's pretty fun. And the coolest thing about this game, in my opinion, my most favorite part is this right here. Look at that. Come on. He does this awesome I'm a male model dance, and then he puffs out his cheeks and smiles. To me, that's hilarious. And no other beat-em-up has something that funny at the end of it. Now, here's the soda machine thing I was telling you about. You basically just beat the crap out of it. Soda cans fall out. You pick them up. You get a portion of your health restored, as well as it adds to your high score. Now, there isn't much replay value to this game at all, but if you are a fan of beat-em-ups, then this is definitely a good one for the Sega Genesis. It's one of, in my opinion, one of the best beat-em-ups. I mean, of course, the Streets of Rage series is the king of the Sega Genesis beat-em-ups. No doubt about that. I'm not going to question that in the least, and I would never disagree with that. But most people who know about beat-em-ups don't even know what Two Crude Dudes is. At least people that I've talked to. But this is definitely a game that shouldn't be overlooked because it has its flaws, but it's still a fun game. The music's not bad. The graphics are actually decent. There's, variety of enemies. The characters are, average looking, but they're kind of goofy looking, so it makes it kind of a wacky, it takes it like a beat 'em up. It doesn't take itself too seriously, with a storyline that's, cliched, and you got these two characters who are basically, they're twins. They look like twins practically, and you go around and you make the city that's been destroyed even worse by, destroying it more, by picking up cars and fat people and, and big-ass pieces of wood and all kinds of other crap. It is a fun game, though. I mean, not a lot of beat-em-ups provide you with so many things that you can pick up. I mean, how many beat-em-ups do you know where you can actually pick up the enemy and throw him at somebody else? I'm not saying like Final Fight or like Streets of Rage where you toss them over your shoulder. I mean, how many beat-em-ups do you know that you can pick the enemy up over your head and jump up in the air and toss them at somebody else? I know Final Fight 3 you can with Hagar, but it's just so much funnier in this one. It just really, really is. Because you can pick up practically everything in sight. Now, 2-player is definitely where this game is at. It's very, very fun playing 2-player because if you're playing with a friend and you want to piss him off, every time he tries to attack an enemy, you can just go over to him and pick him up and throw him, which will take some of his health away. If you want to be a dick, you can definitely go ahead and do that. So that's another thing that makes it fun. Also, you get continues on the spot. It's not like, when you die, you go to a separate screen where you have to continue and then start a portion of the stage over. No, you respawn right where you were, which is great. As you can see here, I'm picking up everything in sight. Now, I picked up that huge street sign. Like I said, the fun thing about this game, right off the bat, is the fact that you can pick up practically everything in the game. Not literally everything, but just about. Like that little jet that guy's flying, I'm supposed to pick that up and throw it. It's ridiculous. Now, this game has been pretty obscure. It hasn't been ported to any other system. I mean, it was in the arcade before it came to the Sega Genesis, but ever since, it hasn't been ported to any other game console, nor has it had a sequel of any kind. I'd have to assume that simply it wasn't popular enough, or not a lot of people knew about it. It just flew under the radar. But if you are a fan of beat-em-ups and you haven't tried this one out, give it a shot. It's actually fun. It's a fun little beat-em-up that doesn't take itself too seriously. There's lots of stuff you can pick up and throw at enemies, and honestly, that's this game's redeeming value, is the fact that you can just pick up practically everything. If you could pick up buildings, that'd be even, that would just make it even better, but it's a fun game, Definitely give it a shot if you're a fan of beat-em-ups. And if you're a fan of 2-player games in general, give it a shot. So, this has been 2 Crude Dudes for the Sega Genesis console. Give it a shot. It's not that bad. Until next time, take care, everybody.